Hey y'all, I am throwing my very first wedding shower for my best friend Rebecca, who is getting married this spring. I'm on a millennial budget. My mama is not helping me with this one, but I found a few ways to make this wedding shower look fancy without breaking the bank. Rebecca loves horses, so I chose a Kentucky Derby theme for this wedding shower, and y'all know how much I love food. So after choosing a theme, the first thing that I do is choose a menu. I'm getting started with these Kentucky hot browns, but making them miniature. Kentucky hot browns are a very traditional Kentucky Derby food. Normally, they're like a knife and fork situation with a big slice of bread with melty cheese and bacon and tomatoes and turkey. I've turned them into mini things so you can eat them and still not get yourself in a mess at a wedding shower. This is the very thin white bread from Pepperidge Farm. Seriously, for any wedding shower, you're gonna need about 4 loaves of very thin white bread. So we have these toasted in little rounds that I used a biscuit cutter to cut, and we're gonna top it with the rest of our ingredients. This is just a traditional cheddar cheese sauce with some diced turkey. And I'm gonna place just a little bit on each one of these, top it with some Parmesan cheese and bacon, and then broil it until it's so gooey and melty, and then come back out and top it with tomato and more bacon, because Lord knows you can never have too much of that. Oh my gosh, they look great. My Parmesan cheese is melted. The ends got a little crispy, which is totally fine. I can smell the bacon, I can smell the cheese. These are exactly where I want them to be. Now that these are out of the oven, I'm going to top each one with 1 slice of a plum tomato and then some more crumbled bacon. The mint julep is the classic Kentucky Derby drink, and it's so pretty to look at in that pretty mint julep glass, but we can all probably agree that it's not the tastiest of drinks. For this wedding shower, I chose a blush lily. That is a signature cocktail of the Kentucky Oaks, the race before the Kentucky Derby with all of the female horses. It is made with cranberry juice and vodka, which is one of Rebecca and my favorite flavor combinations. For me, it's Tito's because it's a classic Southern vodka, but you can use whatever you like. This is freshly squeezed lime juice. And triple sec, which is so nice because it adds a sweet orange flavor, which kind of cuts the tartness of the cranberry and the lime juice. I'm gonna put this on my table, but wait to put ice in it just before my guests arrive. Y'all, when you're choosing your menu for a wedding shower, choose recipes that you can easily make ahead. A classic Kentucky Derby food is the famous Benedictine dip, which is made with some cucumbers and some grated onion and of course mayonnaise because we're in the South. I have turned it into a spread, which is perfect for tea sandwiches because they look so cute on this little stand, and you can make them ahead. These are Derby truffles, which are a take on the classic bourbon ball, but they're dipped in chocolate and rolled in pecans. The recipes for these and everything else that I'm making are linked in the description, so don't worry if you don't remember all of the ingredients that I'm talking about. I promise we have you covered in the description. I am so excited about this cheese derby hat that I found on Pinterest. It is a wheel of brie topped with another wheel of brie to look like a derby hat. How cute is that? This is the brim of the hat, and this is the top of the hat. And then I'm gonna get some ribbon and wrap it around this, cut it to size. Then you take a small bunch of flowers and pin it to the top. Look how cute this is. This hat is fit for the Queen of England, but you made it in the form of cheese. I think this will be for sure the hit of your party. Look how cute it is, it's so cute. I really am so excited about it. Now I'm going to show you how to make a table setting that I promise does not cost you near as much as you think it does. This was a glass vase that I found at a thrift store and I spray painted to look like a trophy, and these are some julep glasses that I borrowed from one of my friends. The flowers are a mix of ones that I pulled from my yard, my neighbor's yard, and I went to Trader Joe's, which has flowers for super cheap, and put them into these for a really cute but affordable centerpiece. If you don't have a full set of china, don't worry, it's totally fine. You can get everyone who's helping you throw the shower to bring in a couple of their place settings and mix and match, or you can go to the thrift store and grab a couple of plates. I found these inexpensive frames at a craft store. mixed and matched them and put the place cards in them, and they make a really cute place setting. I'm decorating with some horses. These are actually plastic and I spray painted them silver. Before my guests start to arrive, I have a couple of last minute things that I need to finish up. I'm gonna go change clothes upstairs and then finish everything up in the kitchen. No derby party is complete without a fascinator. My guests are about to start arriving, dressed to the nines. This is my wedding shower. I was able to pull it off pretty inexpensively and without a whole lot of extra work going into it. And honestly, I had a pretty good time. If you've thrown a wedding shower and you have any tips that I didn't cover today, put them in the comments and I'd love to read about them. And before you go, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share. And if you're watching on YouTube, y'all know what to do. Click the bell. We'll see you next time on Hey Y'all.